What are the levels of Riziq and what are they? Riziq is not just about being rich in wealth. There are different levels of Riziq. Most of the people understand Rizk only as wealth, i.e. financial prosperity. In the society, those who are financially well off are considered to be more privileged and those who are financially poor are considered to be less privileged. But wealth or money is the lowest level of sustenance. There are several other levels of Rizq. They are: the lowest level, the minimum level of Rizq, is financial soundness. This is not the only level. Rizq means only wealth, the attainment of affluence with money. Such an understanding and clinging to such an understanding is a sign of ignorance. According to the definition of Rizq, everything that benefits people in the world is Rizq. Allah Ta'ala has mentioned in the Holy Quran, wealth and children are the adornment of the worldly life. Surah Kahf, verse 46. The acquisition of wealth that we cherish is referred to as fitna and trial in the Holy Quran and Hadith. What we are infatuated to achieve, thinking that it is the first and foremost level of Rizq, is actually the lowest level and decoration of Rizq. Allah Almighty said, "No. Verily, your wealth and children are trials. And with Allah is a great reward." Surah Anfal, verse 28. Rasulullah, SAW, said, "For every ummah there is fitna. And the fitna of my ummah is wealth." Tirmidhi, Hadith 2336. Musnad Ahmed, Hadith 17471. Highest level, the highest level of prosperity is physical and mental well-being. Allah Ta'ala said in the Holy Quran, "And when I am sick, then He, Allah, gives me health." Surah Shu'ara, verse 80. Ibn Abbas, R.A., reported that Rasulullah said, "There are two blessings about which most people are deceived: good health and leisure." Bukhari, Hadith 6412. Ibn Majah, Hadith 4170. Rasulullah called health as the best blessing and said that good health and well-being are more precious blessings than wealth. He also said, "There is nothing wrong with pious, God-fearing people owning wealth. And for God-fearing people, health is better than wealth." The cheerfulness of the mind is also included in Ni'amtraj. Ibn Majah, Hadith 2141. Optimal level, the best level of wealth, is a virtuous wife and virtuous offspring. A virtuous wife is the best wealth in the world for a husband. Similarly, the best wealth in the world for a wife is a virtuous husband. No man's life is complete without the touch of a woman, and no woman's life is complete without the touch of a man. In married life, if the wife is virtuous and the husband is virtuous, the family becomes heaven. Rasulullah, SAW, said, "The earthly world is the object of momentary enjoyment. And the best wealth in the world is a virtuous wife." Muslim, Hadith 1467. Musnad Ahmed, Hadith 6567. a virtuous wife, as well as a virtuous child, is the best gift of Allah to His servant. Allah Ta'ala has said that children are the beauty of the world, wealth and children are the beauty of the life of the world. Surah Kahf, verse 46. Every parent will be deeply aware of one thing. Good children means family comfort. Children who cool the eyes of parents means happiness. And this happiness is part of the best level of wealth. Full level, the perfect level of sustenance, is the satisfaction of Allah Ta'ala. The sole purpose of every Muslim believer's life should be the pleasure of Allah Ta'ala. Allah Ta'ala has stated in the Holy Quran, the pleasure of Allah is the greatest and this is the greatest success. Surah Tawbah, verse 72. Abu Umama al-Bahili, R.A., narrated that Rasulullah said, Allah will accept only those deeds which are done only for Him, and by which the only intention is to gain the pleasure of Allah. Nasa'i, Hadith 3140. Required level. The essential level of Rizq is Iman. There is no greater sustenance and blessing in the life of a Muslim than gaining faith. Blessed are those who have attained the blessings of Iman. Allah Ta'ala has mentioned in the Holy Quran, they consider you blessed by accepting Islam. Say, do not think that you have blessed me by accepting Islam. Rather, Allah has blessed you by guiding you to faith, if you are truthful. Surah Hujurat, verse 17. On the authority of Uthman, R.A., Rasulullah said, whoever dies with faith in Allah Ta'ala, who is one and unique, he will surely enter paradise. Muslim, Hadith 26. Some researchers have expressed the level of Rizq to acquire knowledge or wisdom and to receive the love of believing servants in the light of various narrations in the Quran and Hadith. In the Holy Quran, Allah Ta'ala has said, He gives wisdom to whom He wills and to whom wisdom is given. Surely he will be given great good. No one can understand it except the wise. Surah Baqarah, verse 269. A believing servant's love for a believing servant is also a kind of sustenance or blessing. Because Allah Ta'ala creates love in the hearts of the faithful towards the servant whom He loves. Abu Hurairah, I narrated that Rasulullah SAW said, when Allah Ta'ala loves a servant, He calls Gabriel AS and says, I love such and such a servant. So you love him too. So Gabriel AS loves him. Then Jibreel AS announced in the sky and said, Allah loves such and such a servant, you also love him. Then he is loved by the people of the heavens and accepted by the people of the earth. Bukhari, Hadith 7485.